Hey guys, good evening. We're going to say hello from the Ateneo football field here in Katipunan for the Tuloy Invitational Cup 2026, which is a massively crucial match for three teams. Of course, you've got Adamson here. They want to win this. If they win or draw, they go into the quarterfinals this weekend. Ateneo is already qualified. They're playing for position because why not, right? Position is always fun. And then, of course, UST, they're not here, but they are watching because if Adamson can manage a point, then sila ang medyo magpapahinga. That's why UST are hoping that the Blue Eagles gun for the win. And I was talking to both camps earlier. They are both very much gunning for the win. So tingnan natin, should be fairly interesting. And I say fairly interesting like it's something tepid. It's going to be anything but tepid. Now, well, it was a very interesting match between UP and Adamson. Adamson, of course, earning a very important draw against their Diliman counterparts. Not this Diliman squad, the UP one. Not an easy thing to do. They did it. And now all they need is a draw instead of a must-win. Ateneo, they went rampant against UST. Dove Carino, doing Dove Carino things. Just, wala lang. Hat-trick lang naman, the usual stuff. So, Dove being Dove, he brought Ateneo straight into the quarterfinals. Ang tanong again is who's going to be who. So this is I believe group. Tingnan natin, sino bang grupo to? My bad. Let me check. Alrighty, so as it stands, Group A, si Tuloy is on top of the table. They have a bit of a conundrum because some of their players are already in the PFL. Diba? And then they're in top spot. They will be playing whoever is bottom of the table here. See, after Tuloy, there's FEU. And FEU has been, aside from the Tuloy game, they have been very, very dominant. They've got 9 points out of 4 games, 9 of a possible 12, scoring 8 in the process. Third place is San Beda. UE just nipped that final spot against CSB. CSB will be joining us live at home. Pero they are preparing for the men's open ng ang liga, which should be happening in October. Sorry na guys, on time equipment as we normally would. Alrighty. Okay. So in Group A, it's Tuloy, FEU, San Beda, and UE. Here we are in Group B, where it's a bit more tricky. So Lasal is top of the table right now. They have 1 game in hand. No matter what they do, they have qualified for the quarterfinals. CUP is currently in second place. They have 5 points from 4. Ateneo is in third, but they've only played 2 matches. And these 2 matches are ito nga, maglalaro sila ng isa ngayon. And then Lasal, they are playing Lasal on Thursday. So that's going to be a good match. In fact, Ateneo will have home field advantage because they're playing here. Travel bans on Ateneo, I'm not going to talk about that because that's not a fun topic. We'll stick to the fun topics, kids. Alam mo naman tayo eh. But, so the story is, if Ateneo, because so ito yung storya, diba? Ateneo is third. Adamson and UST are currently tied. Okay? So ito nga, so Adamson and UST are currently tied, except that UST has played 1 more game than Adamson. UST has no more games remaining. They have 2 points from 4 games. Both teams sit on a -3 goal difference, which means that if Adamson draw today with Ateneo, Ateneo will no longer be able to get top spot. They can go into second place with a win today. But if they don't win, they'll probably fall around third. Not a problem. Pero yun na nga. But what it will mean for UST that if Adamson can come up with a point, UST fall into the 5th slot, and then we'll see them play in the U19s na lang. Not in the Tuloy Cup anymore because only the top 8 teams will play. So it's a 1v4 format for the quarterfinals this weekend. We'll be kicking off in about 7 minutes. Our referee is just talking and confirming, make sure everything is all right. Siyempre, the man in the middle for this match will be the legendary Waling Bermejo, Coach Waling, of course. Malamang yung tatay nyo, na-referee na rin niya, so I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing. So it's going to be Adamson. So, Battle of the Birds tayo today. The Falcons will play against the Eagles. The Adamson Soaring Falcons are in their white kit. Ateneo are in their traditional all blue. And in fairness, kung kayo yung labandera, mas gusto niyo yung all blue kasi mas madali laban yun. Kasi naglalaba ako kaya nakaka-relate ako. Good Lord. Okay, so as we wait for kickoff, I just want to say a major thank you to our friends who've made the Tuloy Invitational Cup possible. And there's a lot, so thank you all for showing some love to Tuloy. I'd like to start off with the quality distributors of Guam. Yes, Guam. And in case you don't know, so see, Quality Distributors of Guam, they're one of Guam's top logistics companies. They've got wholesale products like meat, they've got seafood, and produce. They have their own football club in Guam, the Guam Soccer League, and they're actually one of the most successful clubs there. So they know football, they've supported football, and here they are supporting this league in the Philippines. So Guam, Quality Distributors of Guam, maraming salamat sa inyo. They also work a lot with um, our other friends, like example, si Luentay. Luentay and Sir Raymond Tan. Sir Raymond, thank you very much. Sir Raymond has always been supporting the Tuloy activities. Luentay is the company, and in case you don't know what Luentay is actually one of the leading consumer goods supply chain. But that means that they manufacture apparel. So they've got apparel. So for example, if you're wearing a shirt, not necessarily with a Luentay brand, but if you're wearing a shirt with another brand on it, but it's of good quality, it fits well, no, pampogi natin dyan, it's probably made by Luentay for that company. So that's what they do. They're actually coming out with sportswear as well this very soon. So we're very excited to do that. So Raymond, thank you so much. Not just for supporting this tournament, not just for supporting the last year's tournament, but for supporting Tuloy. And when we speak about Tuloy, big shout out to the organizers of this tournament. Massive shout out to Father Rock. Uh, Father Rocky Father Rocky Evangelista has been helping the less fortunate and the street kids since 1993. It's a special community committed to serving street children. That's what Tuloy is. Um, they've had over 1,000 street kids turned into professionals like accountants, chefs. They also have business people, and they do have a football team in the Philippine Football League starting this weekend. Tuloy is there. They're a mid-table team. They're doing so well. Father Rocky will always teach the kids that you can do ordinary things extraordinarily well. And along with Lou and Tai and the other sponsors, they are here to prove that regardless of what your beginnings are, regardless of where you come from, given the right opportunities, every child has the right to play, and given the right opportunities, you do become something. So hope is the medium of choice. Maraming salamat Tuloy. Maraming salamat Father Rock. Helping us facilitate this tournament, of course, is the RSA1 group. That's Rally San Agustin. RSA1 is one of the leading full-service sports marketing and management agencies in Metro Manila. Yep. They have the Aboitiz Football Cup. They've got the Calabarzon Youth Football League. Madaming leagues and si Rally. You all know him from the UAP. So maraming salamat RSA1 for coming in and, helping facilitate this. Want to give a shout out then to Lifeline 16911 for keeping us safe. And if you want living proof of their skill, that's the reason why we still have Coach Hans. Shout out to you, Coach Hans. Hopefully, natigilan mo na yung pagmumotor mo from Ilocos. Hopefully, nakabalik ka na. But yeah, they were there when Coach Hans had his heart attack. They responded. And 5 years later, Coach Hans is still alive, well and kicking, as sarcastic as ever. And that's why we want to thank Lifeline 16911. They're the largest and most competent ambulance and emergency service here in the Philippines that is fully licensed by the Department of Health. They are the gold standard for emergency care, and I have no doubt, which is why medyo malakas loob natin na nandyan si Lifeline. Thank you very much. Of course, want to say shout out to Skechers. They were here last year. They're here this year. They'll be here for a long time. And Skechers, if you've noticed, medyo magaganda rin Japarms sa Skechers. In fact, I bought myself Skechers because I don't like bending down to wear my shoes. They've got those slip-in techs, you know what I mean? Nakagowak ako. So, if you must know. But no, but Skechers, salamat sa inyo for coming to help this tournament. Skechers, of course, is one of the leading brands in comfort and lifestyle footwear in the Philippines. Then after all the walking in Skechers, you want to get hungry and go hit Henlin for some dim sum. And then, in case you didn't know, meron din tayong they've got the dim sum, they've got the rice meals, they've got a whole lot of food. Kasi iba man talaga, bro, ang sarap ng Henlin, iba talaga. So try them out, and then after you do Henlin, you want to be able to hit up si Gardenia. Gardenia is the only name bread for me. They've got like the loaves, they've got like the singles, they've got muffins. Yes, they have muffins. Ang dami nilang okay na flavor. So try it out. Iba yung sarap nun. So, yeah. And of course, I want to say thank you very much to Mizuno. Oy guys, Mizuno yung ball sponsor natin. Yung Mizuno kasi, ay, thank you. Thank you for the parents na tumutulong sa atin. Tsaka sa pagmaligsin ni Jalsor. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, but thank you to Mizuno for providing us with the quality footballs, competition footballs, because a competition as beautiful as this deserves equipment as beautiful as Mizuno. Mizuno has been helping Philippine football since, my God, since I was a kid. In fact, nung mga young husbands ng DNA, they were the ones who were outfitting the national team. So FYI lang. So maraming salamat, Mizuno. Talagang, and of course, McDonald's. Guys, yung mga tropa natin from McDonald's. Thank you very much, McDonald's Vermosa and the McDonald's crew. Love ko kayo at love ko to because who doesn't love McDonald's, guys? We all love McDonald's. I can ask any one of the people here hanging out. They have very fond memories of McDonald's. McDonald's, maraming salamat. And Coach Walling is just making senyas that we're about to start. Thank you to all our friends, family, and the sponsors who've made all of this possible. Ateneo to get us underway. And here we go. It is Ateneo versus Adamson in what is a sort of knockout game, but it's a knockout game between Adamson and UST. Diba? Complicated match. May situationship sila ni UST eh. Here's Ranzo Aljama. He's that speedy winger down the side, and let's see who plays and how they play. For the meantime, here comes Ateneo. Dov Carino, of course, with the captain's armband. It's kind of his thing. And he likes to walk the walk because he is the top goal scorer for Ateneo. With 3,000 goals, somewhat. I don't know. Daming goal eh. Here's a sort of a miffed shot. And Adamson, they want to tighten up that defense. Kwesi is at the back. But again, Ateneo have been in fine form the last game. Uy, offside pa nga. Not sure why, but there was a flag, and I'm not the linesman, so... There's some debate here whether it's offside or not. But tama naman. Let's see now, Adamson. Trying to go down the line, but that ball was knocked out by Ateneo. And a nice little delay going on for them. Here's a bouncing ball that Lauron will send 300 feet up into the air as Aljama will watch this bounce out for an Ateneo throw. So it's Dylan Theodore Wong in the back for Ateneo. Coach JP giving some of the younger lads some playing time. Trying to 1-2 with Aljama, but it will be sent for some audience participation. Hopefully someday the ball will come back to us. Wait. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Again, we really appreciate the audience participation here sa Ateneo. Wong will reset back to Loha. Loha in goal. He had a great game last time. Ah, sorry, di pala si Loha yan. That's Tancinco pala in goal. Sorry. When you're as old as I am, you need to go hit up a glass sponsor. Yeah, so it's Tancinco in goal, but that's not even really a step down for Ateneo. They have really good goalkeepers. Tancinco has been in fine form. I'm no doubt giving Coach JP headaches as to who's going to start in the UAP. Again to Wong, working it out with Abelarde. Whoop! Abelarde, his pass is just intercepted, but the ball will not be contained by the Adamson play, and Ranzo will go chase the ball for a throw in. Back to Wong. Wong's been seeing some game time here with Ateneo the past couple of matches. Good sign for the young man. It's an Adamson throw. 9 minutes into the match, nil-nil pa din. And that's of course, yeah, your boy Danny Golike trying to turn on the turbo, pero Ateneo was competent enough to send that to the outside. Here's Kwesi. It's going to be an interesting addition to see how the Adamson team manages the UAP because of the amount of foreigners that they're allowed to play. Coach Darlton will be forced to choose between Kwesi and si Golike. Ateneo not taking any chances will do a Karate Kid style clearance, and that's going to go out for a throw in. And in case you're wondering, we've got Renz Timothy Partosa, Alexander Santos, Mateo Lacson. Nandiyan din, of course, si Dove Carino. Abelarde is in the middle, si Umi Abelarde. Ranzo Aljama, Andre Gonzalez, Juan Paulo Tancinco, si Giamel Gicataras. And interesting pass pero walang humabol. So si Dylan Theodore Wong is playing along with si Keanu Guerrero. That's your Ateneo starting 11. And here's Lauron. He's the starting goalkeeper, obviously, of Adamson. As he ponders the meaning of life, sends the ball to the middle. Good 1-2. Oh, good touch. Adamson looking to break on the wings. The touch is heavy, pero is there a shot on the cards? Nope. Sabi ng Ateneo defense, sorry bro, we need the ball. And they take the ball because they needed it. Good push by Adamson, pero Ateneo said no, shut the door. And now they're passing through the right-hand side of things. Back to the middle, and again, Aljama. He'll play a big part here because a lot of the runs from Ateneo come from his side. Abelarde to creating those triangles. Abelarde very active in that middle. Here's that lead pass. Who are they trying to find? Dove Carino, of course, who's got this magical feat, who tends to score every single game for Ateneo. And why not? I know his dad's watching. And if I was his dad, I'd watch too. It's a very, very good player for Ateneo. All right. Speaking of Ateneo's playmates for the day, ang kanilang ka-play date, it's the Adamson starting 11 is Danny Golique. We have Raf Irlanda. Oh naman. Si Ref Aguilar is in the lineup along with Chris Solmayor. Si Emmanuel Quasi is there along with si Django Ekter. Of course, Django, the tall defenseman for the Soaring Falcons. And Roger Scales is on the reserve list. Si Ricario, their captain, is in the center back position. Nandyan din si Lawas. Roldan is playing along with si Loron again in goal. Then si Jake Painado is in the defense. Aljama now. Up, a little acrobatic sitting on the field kind of thing going on. And now it's Danny Golique trying to beat his markers. Good skill from Danny. But he doesn't have help, and there's 5 Atenean boys hanging around the defensive areas. Adamson still keep possession. Can they make a cross? Ateneo said, no sir, sorry po, sarado po ang EDSA. And there you go. It's a foul, I think. Samsonite is cheering on Ateneo. Yukiara, this is the Tuloy Invitational Cup 2026. Thanks for hanging out. And Alex, did you a favor, buddy? Just read the names of the Soaring Falcons. It's a strong lineup. I've actually, personally, I'm not to be biased, but I have very high hopes for Adamson this coming UAP. They have a solid lineup. Coach Darlton has the players that I think he wants to have. So tingnan natin kung how they translate that into wins in the UAP. Of course, it's too early to tell kasi parang, alam mo, parang Pokemon yung mga teams eh. Pagdating ng UAP, biglang nag-evolve. Alam mo yan? Nagbabago. So let's see. But this is good preparation for them. Again, Aljama. One of the 300 times I'll be saying his name tonight. It's Abelarde. Switching sides, Ateneo. Just taking a look. Kind of sniff out what's happening. It's a foul. And Gonzalez will play it quickly, albeit in the negative direction. Gonna go back. Here's Wong. So just trying to figure out what they want to do with the ball, the Ateneans. Ninegosyo siguro nila to, pero tingnan natin. And Adamson saying that if you can reset, we can reset too. Laron going with the long ball a la Manchester United. And just like Manchester United, that ball went nowhere. Oh, good skill. Uy, medyo. Whoops, butterfeet. Hindi fingers kasi ano eh. That was Dref Aguilar with the attempt to control the ball that went a bit askew. And the long ball was blocked, pero kind of to no effect because it went straight back to the Athenians. And Wong's going to say, yeah, let's do a reset because resets are fun. Pancinco will say, nope, it's not, and give it back to Wong. Uh-oh. Golique takes a shot that Pancinco was well placed to take. on the second attempt. And somehow I think that Tansinko was not worried, but the defense should be. Because believe you me, Danny won't be missing a lot of those shots if you give him enough chances. He will put it at the back of the net. Carino trying the good old give and go. Here's a good pass. That's a lovely pass down the wing. Aljama trying to work that 1-2, pero traffic po sa EDSA. Here's Carino. A little skill. That's cleared well by Adamson, but straight back to an Atenean shirt. Wong. And that will be sent out. And despite the acrobatics of Aljama, it will stay out and go straight back to Adamson. Alex, I got you, bro. Send in those comments if you want to know anything. Edvard, Omitade. Oh, it's my boy Edvard. Edvard, what's happening, brother? How are you? Of course, Edvard, a prolific striker for San Beda, looks like to be playing his trade here for the Blue. Hindi natin alam. Chismis pa lang, or is it confirmed? So, good to see you doing well, Edvard. Hope you're taking care, buddy. Just like Ateneo is taking care of business here. They'll delay, which is the first philosophy of defense. You don't really have to get the ball back agad-agad. You will want to delay to buy some time for your friends to get back into position. And guess what? Ateneo have done just that. Enzo Tansinko is cheering on his brother and his brother's team, of course. Enzo, we see him at the games. Hi, how are you doing, buddy? Nice to see you online. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Watching the Tuloy Invitational Cup 2026. And, good skill by Adamson. Can they make something of this? It's a cross. It's a cross that only Superman can head in because that was 20 feet too high. Good attempt, though, because Adamson want to be able to build momentum. And those things do exactly that. They do build momentum. Ateneo don't want to be giving them too many crosses, but I think that Ateneo is managing that well. Ateneo's turn to bring the ball up the field. That was blocked, although there was a foul because you could hear the heels of the passer being nipped by Golike. Here's Gonzalez. Oops. Can Aljama get to it? He is a fast guy, and yes, he does. No rush. Ateneo just wondering what to do next. They said, let's go right. And right they are. They're on the right, and now they're pushing back in the middle. Forward ball. That's a great pass. Ooh! And I can only wish I could run like that, but they're not going to get to that ball. It's going to be a goal kick for Adamson. Voracious. Hey, Edward. On the possibility of San Beda joining the UAP, I can honestly tell you that in all probability, I cannot give you a comment on that because I'm not the UAP. It's really up to them. There's a lot of licensing processes to do to get there. And then there's the whole money aspect. And then, of course, if San Beda joins the UAP, what we're going to have, like, what, 3 teams left in the NCAA? Huwag naman. Not that I don't love San Beda because you know that I am Bedan as well. Pero, you know, I think rather than worrying about whether San Beda can actually join the UAP, Let's all join ng liga and, everybody play in one tournament. Medyo biased eh, no? No, but really, I can't comment. I really don't know. I can't give you any accurate information. Kasi I know San Bede have applied, but that's all hearsay until something happens, right? And the UAP is a very, very beautiful competition, as is the NCAA. But right now, it's all about the Tuloy Invitational Cup, and it's all about Adamson wanting to avoid a loss against the Ateneo squad that wants to go top, and they can go top if they can beat LaSalle and Adamson this week. They are playing LaSalle next on Thursday here at Ateneo. O diba, saan ka nakita na travel ban yung isang team, so yung tournament dinala dun sa team. Ganun kami ka-loving sa Tuloy. Pancinco, just looking, passing to his right. Wong will just say, this is how you do it. But now Danny Goliki gets the ball, and he's going to say, let me see what I can do with this. He's got a runner, but his pass is well blocked by a good defense from the Eagles. And that's a good sequence of passing. Now it's Aljama. Oop, wow. Even I got faked there by Aljama. Good stuff from Ranzo. Hindi ko na i-swing yung camera pa kaliwa eh. Good block by Adamson. Can they pull off a shot? And yes, they can. Pero Ateneo are very competent in blocking that shot and blocking this push forward. And again, Ateneo managing the mischief. And they don't need a map to do it. And now it's Dov Carino. Trying to find Gonzalez. Tama ba? I really need an eyeglass sponsor. Or binoculars. Oh no, it's good. Thank you. And as I say that, our ever-prepared parents have binoculars. Diba? That's why we gotta say thank you to the parents. Kaya kayo, mga football players kayo, pasalamat kayo mga nanay nyo, hinahatid kayo sa mga training ninyo. Dati ako, 3 jeep pa para makapunta ng AFC. No, but hashtag though, thanks to all the parents making this possible. Hindi madali maging football mom or dad. Babayaran mo yung training fee, ihahatid mo pa yan. Tapos, siyempre, aawain ka ng anak mo pag di lang mahanap yung shin guard sila kasi hindi sila palalaro ni coach. Mga ganun. Tapos pag minalas-malas ka, maging goalkeeper ng anak mo tulad ko, bibili ka pa ng gloves. But if you're a parent on this, watching these kids play, be very proud because these guys are playing really well. And here comes Ateneo, trying to break free up, and that very quick 1-2 is translated into Dov Carino trying to use his magic feet to pull off a shot. Can they? Nope. Ball to hand, not handball. There's a difference, which is more than just the spelling. And here's Umi Abelarde. And Yamani popcorn, that's cleared, but it's going to hit Umi's hand. Albeit he unknowingly got hit, and the referee's going to say, yep, sadali. Let the player back in, and now Ateneo are back to full strength. Oh, I know Enzo. I was goalkeeper for a long time. I love goalkeepers. I may have missaid that. They're actually a huge blessing because like Enzo has been, your brother's been playing extremely well for Ateneo. I've seen his games. I'm a huge fan of goalkeepers kasi I played goalkeeper for the better part of 30 years. Buti nga maganda yung gamit nila ngayon eh. Ang hirap kaya bumili ng gloves na maganda dati. Aguilar is going to try to find the middle. And I thought may have been handball there, pero hindi. Now it's going to go around. Back to Kwesi. Adamson are working heavily on that left-hand side, pero let's see if they can get a cross in. Ateneo have been more than competent. Again, they'll win a corner, Adamson, pero Ateneo have not been making it easy for them to get through. Hey, Dennis, what's up, buddy? Another Atenean online. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Akala ko ba magko-coffee tayo, Dennis? Asa na? Where's the coffee, buddy? Here come the soaring Falcons. Let's see if they can soar higher than the Eagles on a header with this one. Tricky, but well punched by Tancinco. That's what he does. And 25 minutes na po tayo. 0-0 pa rin ang score. This scoreline will favor Adamson as UST continues to pray that Ateneo starts scoring. Wong. Oh, good skill from Aljama. Oh, what a run here. Oh. Dove trying to send it back for a shot from the top of the box. Pero they're going to try to find Dove again, who is fast, but not that fast to get to the ball. It was a difficult pass to get to. And trust you me, if there's one person that you have full faith to make something happen, it would be Carino. Let's go, Adamson. Hello, number 41. Ah, hello, hello. From Ruby. Sabi ni Relly, I hear Ida sa background. Of course,
No,
Rels.
it's not me.
It's not Ida daw, sabi niya. Aida daw,
Of course
Aida.
not. It's not me.
Oh naman. Enzo, I hear you, dude. Like, it's so, I won't say difficult, but it's very different. Kasi even the spikes that you wear, di ba? And you know this, dude. Pero yes, it is a world of difference. Saka, honestly, I know players still prefer to use talaga the natural turf. Kung talagang pantay, it's just softer and less, more painful than knees. Really, ang tinatanong ni Ida kung, where are you? She's here, but where are you? Of course, Relly San Agustin, some of our mga friends and family of Tuluyan helped create this tournament. So I can't diss Relly too much on air. We all love Relly. We love Relly by making him lambing. And part of that lambing is making fun of Relly. See, he's laughing online. Pero serious question yun, Rels, ha? Sabi ni Ida, if she's here, why are you not? Because he's trapped in the south. That's why. Ayun, at home in the province daw siya. We had no doubt, Rels. Hindi kasi it took Tuloy from Alabang to get here. The staff of Tuloy took them like 4 hours. Imagine. Oo. All right, so Laron is finally done measuring the ball for some reason. Nice one touch. Ooh. Ateneo, they're playing like they want this game talaga. But mind you, Adamson, if they keep their focus, they can very well come out with a win here. It's not beyond their capabilities because, mind you, they were leading UP for the better part of their match. Had they not conceded a very interesting penalty in the 85th minute 2 days ago, it would have been very, very different. Pero tingnan natin, everything in the balance. They need at least a draw. Here's a shot! Lauron with a save! Woo! Ateneo are warming up. That was a beautiful shot there. And Carino now trying to dance. And from the way he plays football, I wouldn't be surprised if he can dance. And here's another impossible ask of the less than 10 feet tall Aljama. Yes, Enzo, we apply the hydration breaks. Hindi na siya yung like the old school. And yes, I agree with you. The well-maintained part is like an all caps for everybody. Yeah, we do have hydration breaks. Now, I know it's not extremely hot right now, pero because we want to make... So one of the things why we employ the hydration breaks is because we want to make sure that the players are not... The risk of injury is reduced, especially when they, we want to preserve all of them for the UAP and the other tournaments that they'll be playing in. So medyo iwas paggugulpi sa buto. Oh, later. Thank you. My wife. Ah, is she? Oy, Missy. Hi daw, sabi ni Ida. And I should make tampo because as her brother, she never really watches my games. But I watch all of your plays, Missy. Hint, hint. So back to the game that my sister doesn't watch. There's a dipping shot that natansin ko, so I was watching over. Alexis, I don't know. That's really... So, ganito. When FIFA applies it, it becomes mandatory for everybody unless stipulated by the tournament. Kasi the way that rules apply to tournaments is that the tournament rules, yung specific rules to the tournament, take precedence over your regional rules, then your regional rules, and then you default to IFAB. If it's not stated in any formal document, then you default to IFAB, which is the standard that FIFA follows. Kaya I don't know how the UAP will apply it. Pero if they do apply it, it's just really like for like compliance with how FIFA are applying it to their games now, especially like the World Cup. Although the World Cup kasi medyo mainit naman talaga. This one, we apply it because we want to make sure that they stay away from injury as much as we can. I mean, every percentage for risk reduction counts for us. Kaya we apply it. Can tournaments not apply it? If they specify that they won't be applying it, for sure, yeah, pwede naman. So yun lang, that's the kind of the approach towards hydration breaks. If a tournament specifies that they don't want to use one, pwede. They just have to make it clear to the teams that they're not going to be using it. And the Aljama squad is now here, cheering on Ranzo. There you go. See that we need more of that, guys. No, for serious though. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, buti na lang, nabutan yun. Good defense because Danny Golique was trying to get to that. And if you're Ateneo, the feet of Danny Golique are something that you do not want to have the football. Here's Ricarillo. Straight to Tancinco, just sharing the ball for between friends. Sharing is caring. Here's Wong again. Ateneo looking very confident in the back. Adamson have had their attacks, but Ateneo have been more than competent. Ang tanong lang, and as I say the word competent, no, pinalabas nila yung bola. Very timely play, guys. Thank you. Yeah. Although Alex, mind you, with that question, si Reddy San Agustin is watching. You can ask him. He is the UAP commissioner and the commissioner of this tournament. And so I wish I could answer you with accuracy on that, but I really think it's more towards the football. Then it's for the two center backs from Ateneo. Let me check, ha? Let me check. Kasi Ateneo is just dealing with this corner. And Adamson are somehow trying to figure out whether they want to pass it or shoot it. They'll pass it. They'll pass it again into space where Ateneo are competent. They're able to handle that, and it's a foul. So, for Ateneo, let me see. Alexander Caleb Santos is there. Mateo Lacson is in the number 5, in the number 6 shirt. Si pa bang center back nakalista dito? Nandyan din si Panlilio. De Ocampo is there, but he's not playing. Si Hison is on the left. Ateneo almost scores, pero we're still 0-0. So again, for Ateneo, we have si Renz Timothy Partosa, nandyan si Alexander Caleb Santos, Mateo Sebastian Lacson, Dov Carino, of course, si Umi Martin Abilarde, Ranzo Aljama is there, Andre Paulo Gonzalez, Juan Paulo Tancinco, I call him Golden Gloves Tancinco, Jernel Gigataras, Dylan Theodore Wong, and Keanu Guerrero. That's the starting lineup for Ateneo. And since I read the Ateneo starting lineup, I'm going to do one for Adamson too. Adamson, nandyan si Danny Golique. Raf Erlanda is there, of course. Nandyan si Dref Aguilar. He's been busy. Chris Solmayor. Emmanuel Quasi in the center, of course, the center of the defense. Django Ekter is on the, I believe, on the left. Si Mark Ricarillo, their captain, of course. He's the center back, number 15. Tristan Lawas is playing. And then din si, naman, si Rogelio Roldan. Roldan, I'm pretty sure, will be leading a lot of the attack. Let me see. Si Jake Painado is there. Si Jed Lauron. Ayan. Si Adrade is also in the lineup. Please sub. So that's your Adams. Those are your lineups, Dennis, in case you're still wondering, my guy. Right back ng Ateneo. Let me check who the right back is of Ateneo. Oh, Aljama. Ang bilis, oh. Again, I envy his speed. Who is the right back of Ateneo? I can't see his number, but that's either si, ano yan, si Santos or si Lacson yan. You're welcome, Dennis. And here's a good run. Oh, crazy, getting crazy, making the good defense. And that was a very promising attack from Gigataras. He'll get a corner for his troubles. And there is all but one shirt inside the penalty box for Adamson. Okay, now all of the white shirts are in the box for Adamson. Why not, right? I mean, if you're 10 there, might as well make it 11. The more the merrier, sabi nga nila. But yet, an Atenean header gets to it. And somehow, there is a shot from Ateneo that is miffed. And that is cleared, sent to Katipunan Avenue to probably get a burger from McDonald's. Not the worst idea. So Santos, Wong, and Lacson are at the back for Ateneo. A special shout out to Dov's father, who is always working with us to keep us accurate and true. Thank you, sir. Si Sir Jacobo. Diba? Nasa US pa yan na partida. US nga ba? US nga yata eh. And yes, it is his phone cooler that is keeping this feed alive. All right, so after all the foreheads, it's now the 38th minute of the match and we're still 0-0. Oh, sa tatlong kinabig, ganun-ganun lang yung cleaner. Ateneo gone against. Nope, that's on Thursday. The Ateneo Lasal match is on Thursday. Lasal will want to win to maintain their top slot, but if Ateneo win here and then they beat Lasal, they go top. So it's Thursday at 7 o'clock. Same channel. Pero better if you watch live. Oh, here's Gio. Up, Lauron. Just racing his legs and the referee will somehow make it chismis sa gitna. I don't know what he's doing. Nagano lang, just clearing some points of information that the boys may be making. Why not? And Lauron will give the ball back to the referee, who will play a drop ball, as is the norm. Here's Kwesi. And apparently it was a handball. Number 41 of Adamson, Tulongga po, City's Pride. Oh, there you go. Shout out sa'yo. Olongapo City, shout out. You know what? I love going to Subic, and the people there in Olongapo are very, very nice. So shout out sa inyo guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And yun na nga, i-shout out natin si number 41. Oh, 41, shout out. He's been kept very busy tonight though. Aguilar, oo, busy-busy yan. Hector has a PFL experience. Oh naman, Leola in the 23-24 season, so pwede na Rels. Oh, Hector's been playing very well. Don't get me wrong, pero I doubt that Coach Dalton Digha will do anything to let him go. He is one of the pieces of the Dalton puzzle. As much as Aljama has been a piece of that Merida puzzle, and you can see them just manhandling each other. Here's Golike. Good defense, but Tancinco is more than equal to that. It will take something very special to beat Tancinco because have you not seen him play? He's really good. And Tancinco will allow a corner, not a goal. But let's see if Adamson can make something of this. As Ateneo are also having a huge party in their penalty area. There's about all 11 of them. I think this is a new trend. Dati mga lima lang nilalagay sa box eh. Pero I'm old, so what do I know? That's cleared the way and sent back in by Aguilar. Tancinco will call for this, claim it. And Wong will go through the middle this time. And then they go to the side. He's on side. Good running here. Here's the lateral movement. Back to the middle. Here's a shot. Here's another shot. And that's closer than my morning shave, pero it's not going to count for anything as it goes out. 0-0 pa rin po tayo. It's the 43rd minute almost. And these are very dangerous times for teams. Again, you don't want to get complacent because the last and the first 5 minutes of each half are actually the most dangerous times. So, PFL players, I'm going to direct that question to Relly because he's online. But yes, let's say if you've moved schools or whatever it is, you have a 1-year residency that you have to serve. Kaya madami nagmamasters dyan. A bit of a challenge there, pero matitibay naman yung mga batang yan. Doesn't stop the parents from having their eyes bulge out of their heads. Don't blame them. And as we say that, we're into the 44th minute. And while Adamson would have wanted a goal, a draw will serve them just as well. Lauron passing it straight to Aljama, who does a Karate Kid style return pass, and that's going to be a foul. Ano naman, nakabuhol-buhol lang yung paa. These things happen on the football field and at home, so dapat nag-iingat. All right, so 44 minutes na po. We're gonna have one more minute of regular time and then probably a sparing amount of added time. As Lauron will send this all the way over the defensive line, but nandun po si Wong, and Wong's gonna say, no, sorry, no. You can have a throw in, but nothing more than that. Yes, and Lasal want Dalapo because he's a pretty good player himself. Dennis, why are you there? How come you're not here on the commentary with me? What's wrong with you? You know you can do it, right? Here's a long throw. O, di ba? Dati sila UP lang mahilig sa ganun eh. Ngayon, pati si Adamson, may ganun na rin. I do not have the back to throw those balls that long. That far. Alrighty, 45th minute about to come to an end. Then we're going to add the time. And I think there's going to be 2 minutes as Aljama. Oh, wayward pass as the weird bounce takes its toll. Pero Adamson are not able to press forward as much as they want to. They're going to go through the wings here. Can they cross? Not if Ateneo can help it. They will get nothing. Ateneo will get the ball. And the referee will explain that it came off the Soaring Falcons' feet. Medyo may konting tulak, but that's not going to take the ball away from Ateneo. That will take the ball away, but not from Ateneo, from the feet. Now it's a foul, and we are into the first minute of added time. I believe there's 2 minutes, unless I've been hoodwinked by my referees. So, yep, very unexciting pass to the middle, pero Ateneo want to build by passing further back. Tancinco, now he passes forward. Pero that's Django Ecter with a powerful header. And now they're going to try to sort themselves out here. Here's Golike. And wag kayong ma-fool, it hit that weird net bar thingy, not the goal. Which should prompt us to go into halftime, pero I ain't saying it until the referee's blowing it. It's a bit too high, and it's going to bounce out for Adamson. So let's see what Adamson do here. They had a really strong throw in kanina, far throw in kanina. Let's see if they do another Karaig-like throw. Looks to be that. And it is quite far, but the Atenean header gets to that. And here's Carino. He's just going to run past everybody. Dog is so dangerous with these things, and Lauron was they had to do well to get to that. There was an assist waiting to happen from Carino. Now Adamson are trying to attack through Golike. Tansinko measures his goal. And akala ko nakaturo si Coach Walling sa goal kick. Biglang nag-slide to the corner. May rainbow movement yung arms ni Coach Walling. So we're into the 4th minute of added time, which is a bit longer than I expected, pero I'm not the referee. I believe, though, that once Ateneo deal with this corner kick, and they do want to deal with it, it should go into halftime. Corner to Adamson. Here it comes, Tansinko! Went over Tansinko, but his friends were there. And we're right, it is halftime. Ateneo nil, Adamson nil. It's been a good game. I mean, considering it's a draw, it's still been a good, entertaining game. Both teams going back and forth. Adamson wants to win or draw. Ateneo wants to win everything, and I don't blame them for that. But we'll see what happens in the next 45 after these 15 minutes. Ateneo nil, Adamson nil. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ate Ida. All right, homie. Take care, huh? Yeah, yeah, drop by when you can. Oh, that's going to be good. Yep, that's always good. And speaking of always good, it's good so far for Adamson. They are so far on a nil-nil draw. They want a draw, regardless of how many goals that they're going to score or concede, whatever it is. They want a draw or a win against the Blue Eagles. The Blue Eagles want to win because they want to leapfrog LaSalle at the top. If they win here, they'll leapfrog UP and go into second. They'll lock that second place down. If they're second place, they play against San Beda. If they go top, they play against UE. Um, and with the way that Ateneo is playing right now, well, I wouldn't want to be San Beda or UP or UE. Of course, Tuloy our hosts are in top slot in the other side, followed by FEU. Both FEU and Tuloy have been scoring goals like bananas. They come in bunches and they're pretty good. So it's going to be a very interesting conclusion to tonight's match. If Adamson can pull off a win or a draw here, they will come in fourth. And fourth will mean they face Tuloy. They will have a slight glimmer of hope, though, because Tuloy's starters are in the PFL, which bans them from playing in the Tuloy Invitational Cup. Albeit it's their cup, they will still want to focus on the PFL. So, di ba, ang daming backstory. So, we'll probably do another segment for Chismis. But for tonight, it's Adamson versus the Ateneo Blue Eagles. The Soaring Falcons in white. Your Ateneo boys in blue. Of course, this is the Tuloy Invitational Cup. I want to say thank you to our friends for making this beautiful tournament possible. Um, and in case you don't know who our friends are, our sponsors, I'll start off with the Quality Distributors of Guam. Quality Distributors Guam is one of the top logistics companies in Guam. They have wholesale products like meat, seafood, and produce. They are actually one of the most successful football clubs in the Guam Soccer League. So they know football, they support football, and that's why they're here helping the Tuloy Invitational Cup. Maraming salamat, Quality Distributors of Guam, for allowing the boys to play in such a prestigious tournament. Want to say thank you, of course, to Luentai. They are supply chain as well, but they focus on fashion and lifestyle apparel. So si Luentai and Sir Raymond Tan and his team have always been with Tuloy, always been helping far beyond just this tournament. Um, and tense moments for Ateneo, pero still no goal. Again, but Sir Raymond, going back, Sir Raymond, thank you so much, Luentai. If you're wearing like clothing that's quality, kahit ibang tatak niyan, there's a good chance it's made by Luentai. We're waiting for your sports apparel, by the way. Talagang, they're coming out with an athletic line very soon, I heard. Makes me so excited for that. I want to shout out, of course, to, since we're in the Tuloy Invitational Cup, I want to shout out Father Rock. Father Rocky and the Tuloy team, si Miss Chit. We miss you. Whenever we see you, Miss Chit, everybody loves Miss Chit, of course. As everybody loves Michelle Rabaya Atwood, who is ever so busy, ever so present. Michelle, thank you for everything that you do. I want to say thank you and shout out to Miss Beth. Miss Beth is here with Miss Michelle working the admin side of things and making sure that the tournament runs well. Shout out kay Mary Flores. Miss Mary Flores, shout out sa'yo. And to the rest of the Tuloy family, guys, thank you so much for creating a lovely tournament like this, pitting the top, UAP teams and the NCAA teams together. And of course, bringing your own flavor to it. Maraming salamat. It's a valuable tournament, especially since this ends just as the UAP season starts. And the organizers of this tournament, the RSA1 group. So thank you very much. That's really San Agustin. RSA1, the group is actually one of the leading full-service sports marketing and management agencies in Metro Manila. They specialize in grassroots football. They have the Aboitiz Football Cup. They've got the Calabarzon Youth Football League. Madami. And if I list it, we're going to spend all night here. But a shout out to the RSA1 group. Maraming salamat. Also last year, we had Skechers. They're here this year. So Skechers, in case hindi nyo alam, they're one of the leading brands in comfort and lifestyle football in the Philippines. Although if you've been living in the Philippines through any sort of duration, you'd know what Skechers are. Skechers so much. I have the slip-ins. They're so good. And baka hindi nyo alam, Skechers actually has a football line. So siya lang spikes ng Skechers, guys. You should try it. And if you go to YouTube, you review, there's yung reviews ng yung SKX nila, yung 2. Ganda ng review. So try them out, guys. Skechers Philippines. Maraming salamat, Skechers. I want to say shout out to the Lifeline 16911 team. They're the largest and most competent ambulatory and emergency service here in the Philippines. They're here. They are medics. They're ambulatory service. They're fully licensed by the Department of Health, and they're considered the standard for emergency care. So great defense there from Lacson. I believe that's Lacson. Yeah. So aside from that, of course, I want to give a shout out to Mizuno. Mizuno been here since day one, y'all, in Philippine football. Mizuno, maraming salamat. Si Mizuno, they're the ball providers for this tournament. So magaganda yung mga bola natin. Galing Mizuno yan, guys. Kung mapapansin, yung mga poging yung husband back in the day, yan, mga Mizuno yung mga dala niyan. So, shout out Mizuno. Thank you so much for supporting us and for coming here. And good save from Ateneo once again. Parang turong Jerwin Billy na yata yan, guys. Diba? Of course, I want to say shout out, mas a massive shout out to Henlin. Iba pa rin talaga sa Henlin. They've got their dim sum, they've got their rice meals, they've got a whole lot, a massive menu and more. Check them out, Henlin, guys. Iba pa rin sarap niyan. So maraming salamat to our friends from Henlin. Gardenia, of course. There's one name in bread for me. It's Gardenia. You got the loaves. Meron silang mga singles naka-individual pack na sandwich. So kung nanay ka, you know how hard it is to make sandwiches for your kids, pang recess yan. Then you pack them and then get the Gardenia singles. Sarap yun. You also have the muffins. So kompleto yan si Gardenia. Maraming salamat, Gardenia. Shout out din kay Blue Philippines. In case you've been living under a rock, Blue Philippines is actually one of the leading providers of sports and vitamin drinks in the Philippines. So, meron tayong yung Blue Vita Boost. And dyan yung flavors yan. Meron dyan yung calamansi, orange, and lychee. And then they've got the special edition. Siyempre, social Blue yata yan. They've got the special edition yung green apple tsaka strawberry. Yan. So, Blue Vita Boost, thank you so much for hydrating the boys. Kita mo naman, kaya nga nakakatakbo ng ganyan yun. Well hydrated eh. Blue Vita Boost, maraming salamat. Shout out din, McDonald's Vermosa. Love ko yan, si McDo, promise. Love ko to. Love natin si McDo. You all know McDonald's, guys. McDonald's Vermosa, shout out sa inyo. To the whole McDonald's fam. You know, you've got like the McDonald's chicken, the McSpaghetti, chicken sandwiches, Big Mac. Who doesn't know the McDo menu? Pero ang tanong ko kung kilala niyo si Mayor McCheese. Google niyo yan. Hindi niyo kilala. Thank you so much to our friends, our sponsors. And the Adamson would like to thank Jed Laron for making that save as well. So maraming salamat to our friends and family making us one of the better tournaments in Metro Manila. Much love, everybody. And we'll go back to the action where Adamson need a draw or a win to stay in contention in the quarterfinals this weekend. Tingnan natin. But Adamson have been playing really well, mind you. They drew with UP. UP, of course, is never a weak team. And it's been a very even game. I'd say it's been back and forth. Ang mga soaring Falcons natin ayaw magpatinag sa Blue Eagles. Thank you, Alex. Should be okay na. And here's Kwesi. Back to Ricario. Danny Golique now. It's going to go to the side. They'll want to cross. Here it comes. Here's Golique. And just as you think that Danny would score from 12 feet out, hindi ko alam kung kaba, malas, o combination of both, but that is not scored. In fairness, Danny, muntikan din naman tumili. So, Almost, but almost doesn't count. It's still 0-0. Adamson nagpapakita ng pangil. Oh, now it's a foot race. Ang bilis ng Ateneo dito. Can they pull off a shot? They can, but that's gonna go wide. Good pressure from the defense there. Lauron. And Adamson will get the throw. They'll take it quick. No, they won't. They'll wait for, I would say, reinforcements, but Ateneo got back fast, really quick. Here's a lob shot. That will not bother the goalkeeper. And he's just gonna give it to Lacson, who will move the ball forward. Sorry, that's Lacson. I keep getting confused because they're both really tall kids. So he's at Santos. Well, tight defending, and I don't blame them. Again, Adamson really wanting this. But you can see that Ateneo want this as well. Here's Gonzalez, but he's dispossessed. Ricario. His pass is a bit heavy. They'll give chase. Can they get to it in time? No. Oh, this is a good run. Here's a good cross. Is there a good header? No good header. It's crazy. Oh, that's partially blocked by Ateneo. Can they take over with possession here? Nope. Oh, what a pass. Can they pull off a shot here? Low cross and Tancinco. Well blocked by the young man in his defense. Coming to assist. At patuloy ang pag-depensa ng Ateneo. Here's a volley. Straight into the waiting hands of Tancinco. O, di ba exciting? Kala nyo, ha? Di porket 0-0, hindi to exciting. That's a bit behind. And it'll run out. Here's Painado. To Ricario. To Crazy. Here's that long ball. He's onside. Goliki unable to get to that before Ateneo clears it. But here's Crazy. He'll try to send it back to where it came. There's a good header. Nahabol ngayon. Pero, yeah, mali popcorn. That's gonna go out. So Lacson will pass it to Santos. Ateneo playing dangerously, pero they're confident, so that makes it okay. And he's on side, pero Hopya doing the smart thing, just clearing it out, making sure na walang gulo. Good pass. Oh, good shoulder peg. Oh! And the shot is headed straight towards Prince David ba yan? Ano yan? One of them. Ganda ng step over eh. Talagang nadala na eh. Pero the shot is a bit, overly zealous, I would say. Trying to find Lacson, but a good header there. Medyo naninigurado siya doon. That's of course and a substitution for Adamson. Good defending from Adamson. 60 minutes gone. 0-0 pa din. Picario. Good header, pero Ateneo get it back. Trying to send it to the wing, but Kwesi was waiting. Good, confident play from the Blue Eagles. That's an onside pass. Here's Carino. He can score. Dove! Carino! Off the bar! I would have bet the house, the car, and the dog that Carino would have scored, pero I would have lost that bet badly. For some reason and through some sheer luck, Carino has not scored. Wow! Okay. Nasa na ba yung losartan ko? Oo nga eh. Mukhang kailangan ko na yata, guys. And Aljama with another karate kick, but that's out. How is that not scored? I don't know. Actually, kalahating kembot nga lang yata. Goal yun eh. Hence the beauty of football. Some things cannot be explained. Here's a happy camper, given that didn't go in. Lauron, just taking a look around. Up and away, and straight on to an Atenean player. Diba? Skills. May konting pullback pa doon. That's a good pass. Tatagos ba? Oh, that wasn't Dove. Okay, thank you. That explains it. Hindi pala si Dove yung shumot. Number 11. Wait, who's number 11? Let's check. Ah, si Andre Paulo Gonzalez. Okay. Nope. That's not gonna be a penalty. Hindi, there's also something you call match management. If there's too much weight on a call that changes not just the game but pati yung landscape ng marami, chances are they won't call the penalty unless it's clear as day. Kung talagang clear as day, then they'll call the penalty. Pero for a 50-50, if yung impact is medyo monumental, then it's called match management. Yan. Hindi ako referee pero alam ko kasi nakikinig ako doon pag nag-aaway sila eh. Yes. Interestingly, that's a real thing, ha? Management engineering. Hindi ko kinuha ang course yun kasi ayoko mahirap yun eh. Pag may mga ruler na kasama sa kailangan mong dalhin sa school, ayoko na. Arky, Mekeng. Ayan, si Carino. Oop! And the referee, ito naman, tawag dito due diligence. He just has to check on the boy. That's Santos. Okay, Santos is an ouchie. Looks like he's okay, pero they'll give him some time. Oo, may na kasi, ano na eh, 8:30 na eh. So in case you're wondering, the medics will only come in after the school's medics need assistance. If for example, if the team has a medical squad with them, they take first priority to attend to the player. Saka papasok yung tournament provided medical squad. But if it's a head injury or something that involves the need for an ambulatory service or an ambulance, then the medics ng tournament will come in. At least the way we're set up. Kasi, wala naman ambulance na dala yung mismong mga teams, right? So, once an ambulance is needed, we then take the player in rush. Nangyayari, at that point, if a player needs to be taken by ambulance to the nearest hospital that's covered by their insurance, a coach will go with that player. So, he's fine, pero you don't want to just make him stand up and run around because medyo masakit, guys, ha? So, look, it might be a knee or an ankle and they don't want injuries, kaya ayan. So, after everybody's taken time to reorganize their tactics, Ateneo will prepare a substitution because they're not going to want to rush young master Caleb Santos back into action. Uy! Ah, hindi. Wait, sorry. Hindi pala yun yung poste ng goal. Yung poste sa goal sa likod. Grabe kayo, ha? Ikaw, Quasi, naughty yun, ha? Naughty. But good shot. Good shot. I mean, if it's there, right? Try it. So everybody's playing like Manchester United right now, which means throw the ball into the area far, far away and let somebody chase it. And mind you, Manchester United did not win the Premier League. So, hint, hint. Adamson trying to turn. And somehow they keep the ball. Good skill from Golike. Danny with a cross. Good control, pero good read from the Ateneo defense. And they'll try to run away with it despite being shouldered by Adamson. Ateneo will get the ball. Good defense there. And I'm sure that, yeah, that was really good defending. Yeah, that's young Master Partosa with a good defense for Ateneo. Diba? Parang sabong lang no? I cannot believe how fast Ateneo players are running. I mean, they're not shooting well, but they can really run. Later. Sinusukat pa lang yung distansya Medyo, getting a feel of things. Wag naman sana naubos ng kalaban nila UST. Because they were shooting really well. Tsaka in fairness to Adamson, they're not making anything easy. That's the name of the game naman talaga. Here's Hayahay. Boy, interesting, but not on target. But at least interesting. And it gets more interesting as we have a hydration break. Oh, tama naman. Sa minute 70 naman na tayo. So again, in case you haven't been listening to a thing I've been saying, and I don't blame you, pero it's Adamson needing a draw or a win to qualify for the knockout stages this weekend. If they can draw or win, then it's UST that will be knocked out. Now, does it look like a draw will happen? I don't think so. Both teams are really pushing hard to get a goal. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the shooting because there isn't really much to talk about when it comes to the shooting. But the build-up's been great. Maganda yung mga galaw ng mga teams. And saka, one thing that you'll appreciate about this kind of game, yung defense. The defense has been rock solid for both squads. Both teams have had shots na, mga kamuntik-muntik. Diba? Parang ikaw tsaka yung nililigawan mo nung high school, kamuntik-muntik lang pero walang nangyari. Pero hanggang dun lang tayo And we've got about 19 minutes and then some to figure it out. If anybody gets knocked out, that's not playing here, or if Adamson will go home. So, ano ba to? Airborne Supremacy title fight. So you've got a Falcon, you've got an Eagle. Well, you have 11 Falcons on the field and 11 Eagles on the field. Even if it is a land-based sport. All right. 10-5 will get us underway. But you can see what it means to Coach JP. He is not going soft with this lineup. Although here's Adamson. They look like they mean business too. Step over one, step over two. Here's that cross. Here's a head. Hindi pa labot ni Danny. Tall as he is, that's going to go out. But you know what? Those plays are rehearsed, the way they were putting that into that space. And Danny was waiting. Here's Hayahay. Hayahay. That's just a bit too high. Oh, see what I did there? See? You can have fun while you're commentating. But good moves from the winger. Ano lang yan? I mean, when you've got those options, there's no open marker. You can bring it closer. I mean, wala naman bayad if you bring it closer, right? Then aim to pass or either strike. Make Tancinco work for that clean sheet. So far, Ateneo, it's been back and forth for them. And hold on, sabi ni referee, somebody got stepped on, and that's never fun. I know because somebody stepped on me last weekend. It was not very fun. Could be a cramp. Kailangan niya ng blue, Vita Water. Vita Boost. He's alright. Baka natapakan nga lang. Baka lang no? Kala mo hindi masakit It's going to be a drop ball that Ateneo will take. Because the ball was in their possession. And a hard press, fast press, and a high press from Adamson would win them the ball. Not just yet. Ateneo with a lead pass. Ganda ng pasang yon. But mas maganda yung depensa ng Adamson, and that's what we were talking about. This is something that you can appreciate from both teams. Their defenses have been working hard, and the 0-0 scoreline shows just how effective they've been so far. Ateneo trying to turn. Is this onside? Yes, but not as effective as they would like to have been. And I can hear UST praying for an Atenean goal. Nil-nil pa rin po tayo, 75 minutes into the match. Here comes Colike. That's a cross, but there's nobody home. And they're fighting for the ball. And that fight ends up with a corner kick. Say what you want about the strikers. It's the defensive show for both squads on display tonight. Number one, this is like what? The 333rd corner kick for Adamson tonight? And Ateneo have been able to deal with it. Ateneo, not so many corners, but Adamson have had Lauron in fine form. And you know, di ba? There's a clearing header that Adamson will take. All right, Ateneo throwing the dice here, making a couple of substitutions. Coach JP wants a little more venom in the bite, or at least fresher legs. Of course, mind you, Ateneo have already qualified. Ang tanong lang is what position are they gonna finish the group with? Here's a massive throw that somehow nobody's forehead will get to. It's gonna bounce around. I was half expecting a bicycle kick, but nothing happened. And here's Ekter. They kind of pulled Django a bit there, but Adamson will get the ball. Ekter showing his biology consists of stern stuff. Well done from the young man. Amen, Edward. Amen. The joy of the Lord is our strength. Amen. And if that's the case, then the Lord is very happy with Ekter. Icarillo to Ekter. Django sending the ball to his left.
Let's go, Ren.
And a couple of slips. And somehow Hayahai keeps the ball at his feet. And boy, they can dance, ha? Kala mo, parang hyper-cha-cha yung ginagawa eh. Can they pull off a cross? Nope. Ateneo will shut that door and send it forward. And here's Gonzalez now. Gonzalez takes a look up and sends a wonderful ball into space that Hector will get a header to. Just delaying. Carino couldn't get the touch he wanted. And finally, Adamson sent it via an anywhere but here kind of ball. Ateneo. Here's a cross. That is optimistic. I mean, well, you gotta try it, right? But so some more cramps in the middle of the park. Di kasi kayo nag-Vita Boost eh. Kung nag-blue kayo, di sana. Although hydration, seriously guys, it's a mga 3 days yan. Hindi yan basta-bastang iinom lang ako ng Vita Boost ngayon, tapos okay na ako. You know, you have to prepare. Take it from the old guy. "79 minutes. Uh-oh. Golike. He'll get to this, but Ateneo have been able to force him out to the side. Oh, he's in the box. And trying to catch that top corner, pero no. Would have been nice for Adamson, but no. And UST let a large sigh of relief out. I can hear them all the way from España. They are wanting a goal, though, from Ateneo. And they're hoping their friend Dove Carino can provide it. If not, some of the other players like Abelarde or Gonzalez. Adamson. And again, that's going to go out for a goal kick. A referee will say, Adamson wants to put in a few players. And the flags will go up for a substitution. Goal kick to Ateneo. 80 minutos na po. 10 minutes remaining plus some and some. And despite everybody's best efforts, no one's really been able to score just yet. Which actually serves both teams just fine. Ito na si Hayahai. Hayahai's been playing well. Here's a low cross. Again, the good grip of Tancinco takes it. We did say he was very good, right? You kind of know this already. Crunchy, but it stays in play. And trying to find a pass. It's going to be handball. Yeah, tumama sa kamay or braso ni Dove. And Dove was like, I didn't even see it, bro. But wala eh. Ganun talaga eh. Yeah, may mga kids nowadays, they call everybody bro. Or I'm telling my kids if they're watching, don't try it. Tsaka bruv. I don't know, why bruv? You're not British. Unless you are, then go ahead, right? Be my guest. All right, let's see how Adamson can get a goal here. Let's see if they've got those creative juices flowing. They're going to go second post. There's a header. Here's a shot. There's Tancinco watching the ball go far, far away from his goal. And he looks unperturbed. And he's just going to say, it's another goal kick. And someday the ball will find its way back to us like some of the lost sheep. Ateneo being very calm. Nice passes here. Carino. Here's Ateneo on the wings. Aljama sending it forward. And that's going to go out for a goal kick. So like I said, the defenses have been really good. Nobody's really had any decent, like hindi lang super 100% tili na klase ng atake. But again, it's because of the defensive efforts of both teams have been on point. Not an easy thing, ha? I mean, some people would say, badi naman, walang gumagol. Eh, kasi magagaling nga yung depensa eh. Ganun talaga, guys. But you will still like this build up here. Ateneo. Nope, that's not going to be a penalty, kids. It was a shot. He didn't see anything about that. And yeah, some frustration, but he didn't really do anything bad because he had to take the shot. Really, there's no other option. He had to take it. And if you gotta go, you gotta go. Plus, yun na nga, the defense of Adamson have been doing enough to warrant this 84th minute 0-0 scoreline. Oh yeah, Ateneo. Let's go. Throw it into space. But Kwesi will not take any chances. And he'll send the ball towards us. Will it reach us? Nope. Sayang. Audience participation sana. Pero wala eh. And Santos just throwing the ball back. Giving it to Lacson. And that's put up to the air, and it's cleared back to Lacson, who will put that again with a strong boot as Kwesi will try to clear it, but it lands at Ateneo's feet at the top of the box. Ateneo trying to burst into the space, trying to turn into a shot, but again, the very, very competent defense of the Adamson Soaring Falcons able to deal with the Blue Eagles attack. At nang dahil dyan, 85 minutes in, 0-0 pa rin po tayo. So if your child plays center back or any defensive position, he'd appreciate the effort of both squads. Pero delikado to. Again, wonderful defense, di ba? See? Oh, di ba? Di wow. Yun talaga eh. Tama si ate. Di wow nga talaga. No, but if you're the coach, you'd be wowing kasi you kind of need it, right? You need that good defense. Again, a draw will serve both teams well, so nobody's really crying at the moment or going bananas. But I will have to say that Adamson was leading UP into the 85th minute, then they conceded the penalty. So let's not let history repeat itself, right? No, don't do it. As long as Adamson can keep their cool, they'll be fine. And into the quarterfinals where they will face Tuloy. And then Ateneo, of course, will end up facing either San Beda or FEU, depending on how things go. FEU have been scoring like it's on sale. But here comes Adamson. Can they create? Tancinco! Getting close to that. They're leaving it. Can they shoot? Here's the shot. Oh! That's a clean slide, guys. I saw it from here. Makinang-kinang at makinis-kinis pa. That was very clean. They got to the ball. That's a foul. See? So if you compare that to the earlier one, the second one was a foul. I mean, look, you go down, you get the ball. Wala eh. Malinis talaga eh. The art of defending, they call it. And Ateneo did it well. Can you imagine how many tears would flood Espana if they scored? My goodness. Although, of course, this is all just preparation stage. Sinaano ko lang ng konting palabok. Pero, mind you, I would never make the mistake of underestimating UST because they are such a strong squad. Their coaching staff is pretty good as well. They're a very well-rounded team. And every year they threaten the top 4 and the top 2, actually. Here comes Adamson. Here's a cross. Tansinko who is parang si Richard Marks na right there waiting eh. Good turn. He can distribute. UST is cheering him on. Forward pass to the wings. They're trying to break Ateneo, but Adamson, again, that wonderful defense coming into play. And so mag-aagawan ng konti. But that's gonna be a yellow card. Coach Walling says, wait. Oy, relax lang muna kayo. Let's just keep it nice and simple. I'm tired. It's a Tuesday night. Let's keep it chill. Hungry. And they clear it. And whoop, guess who's giving chase? It's Gonzalez. Good touch from Gonzalez. 3v1. And no foul. He'll just get a Adamson sandwich. Don't get the Adamson sandwich, guys. Get Gardenia. The referee will just stop late to check on young Master Gonzalez. Because ouchie. There he is. Dennis, I made the Richard Marks reference for you, bro. Mga ka-age lang natin. Yung mga kids, hindi nila makuha yan. Tsaka hindi naman babad sa video yan eh. So, yeah, man. Sorry, kids. Not all the jokes are for you. Tito needs some too. Alright, Ateneo. Massive fakes, but didn't pass. And again, both defenses holding solid. Oh, nice pass. Nice pass. And a slide, but hop. Ateneo still attacking. Low cross. That's blocked, and Gio is on the ground. And he realizes, oh my God, that's my ball. But now it's with Golike. Danny pushing hard. His friend is offside though by a nautical mile. And our referee will once again check on another player, this time in a white shirt, shorts, and socks. Oi! Delix, bro. Because sabi ng depensa, no, not Chong. I got this. Kasi Dennis, hindi mo sinasamahan eh. So yes, I am forced to commentate alone. And then whenever I ask anybody else to commentate with me, they're like, no, thank you. So ayan, mag-isa lang ako. And a little Ronaldinho flick. And the referee will once again quote that ball to hand rather than handball. Ito na. Ateneo, will they score? Will they make UST happy? Nope, no happy UST yet. And I'll tell you, we're in the 92nd minute of the match, so they need Ateneo to score. They need Ateneo to score now. Here's a shot! Lauron with a save! What an important save from Lauron. Potentially breaking many hearts in España or wherever their dorm is at. Not yet done though. There is a corner. And while UST are lying in wait, they'll be hoping that Ateneo makes something of this corner. Adamson will say, kami nga, hindi kami gumul sa corner eh. Kayo pa kaya? Oh, it's Coffee. Coffee Bo, what's up, bro? Thanks for hanging out. Ito na, Ateneo. Ah, it's a throw. I thought it was a corner. Here's a cross. Here's a one-touch shot that is cleared. And guess what? Both teams are going to the quarterfinals. Ateneo draws with Adamson. Adamson doing the job that they needed to do. Bare minimum, but guess what? That counts. Ay, hindi pala. Ano ba? Tapos na, di ba? Oh. Itong mga referee. Anyway, it's a happy night for both squads. Ateneo, they're qualified. They're having no injuries. Tancinco did a fantastic job. No Dove Carino goal tonight, but they won't be too problematic as Adamson are a happy bunch. They scored the goals in the other games, the points in the other games, got them enough draws to qualify above UST. It's Adamson 0, Ateneo 0, and the Battle of the Birds ends up in a draw. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you on Thursday night, 7 p.m. is the kickoff for Ateneo versus La Salle. Should be a good one. See you then.